Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Career in New Zealand. We are Tradies for New Zealand, career consultants and international recruiter. So this is our usual Wednesday Q&A session. So it will be not more than 15 minutes. So if you have 15 minutes to spend with me, please join me. Today, I had many questions during the last week about how to get to New Zealand from overseas. If someone wants to work in New Zealand and you are in trades, I thought about this and I prepared a little bit of information for you to explain you. Hopefully you understand. Okay, so how can you get a job in New Zealand? Okay, today the interesting thing is I noted that many of you coming from, especially if you're coming from Arabic country or Asian country, you used to have agent, like labor agent, who work in between the employer and you. What they do? They would test your certificates, they would test some of your skills, maybe they even train you for the particular job. And then they would present you to employer. So the intermediate person will talk instead of you. You don't have to talk for yourself. So you don't need the skill, presentation skill. The person will do it for you. Okay? This is in Asian country, Arabic country, and some Eastern European country. This is quite popular. And I see in your questions that you quite used to that as well. And you expect similar situation in New Zealand. And this is totally different. Very different. Situation here is very different. Why? In New Zealand, employer values not only your hand skills, so you know how to do something with your hands, but as well as your head and your heart. What does it mean and how for you to understand it? So if you cannot talk about your job and if you cannot explain what you can do, employer would not be interested. I explain you why. For example, you are a carpenter and you say, I have 10 years as a carpenter. And you wrote in your CV, I have 10 years as a carpenter. And that's it. You didn't say anything else. So employer need to know many questions. What sort of carpenter you are? What sort of attitude you have towards job? Can you read the drawings? Are you wooden carpenter? Are you joiner? Or you are internal decoration carpenter? What sort of carpenter are you? All this supposed to be in your CV, and you should be able to explain it on the interview when you're talking to employer. Another sample for you. Say you write in your CV, you mention your skills, but you don't give any idea about your personality. What are you like? What do you like in your job? Why you choose this job? So all this is not covered in your CV. It's just facts, and not even all facts. You always, most of you forget to mention your skills, your job duties on your today's job and at least one or two previous jobs, because the jobs could be slightly different. Different company do different jobs. And you might have slightly different duties, but you forget to mention that. In a good cases, some of you put all your duty in one place. But this is not true. Every employer would have slightly different duties for you. And maybe focus of each employer would be on different duties. Okay? So, this is the answer to your question. How can you find job in New Zealand? How can you come and work in New Zealand? First of all, you should not feel yourself as a disabled person. You are able, and you just need to learn how to do it, how to present yourself, how to communicate your skills. Your English don't have to be perfect. No, but you should be able to explain your skills, and you should be willing to talk about this. You should be excited and keen to work. And this we should see in your eyes when we communicate with you. Okay? So that's why I'm talking. Your heart is important as well. How much you love your job. How, if you're keen to work or not, or you will be sitting quietly and doing from 2, and when you're done what you were told, you will be sitting around and waiting when your supervisor will show you, oh, do now this one. I hear a lot of complaints about this from employers. So some of you are like this. This is not what employer wants. Employer wants initiative. They want you to have initiative. They want you to love your job and see what else you can do if your time's still going. Now, why I'm talking about this all today? Yes, I had about 10 questions about this after our last Facebook Live. And that's why. But second reason is listening to you and watching for your application. I realize that this is a reason why you don't know this, simply because there are different traditions in your countries. There are differently, people hired for work differently than here in New Zealand. And that's why I developed this course, Career in New Zealand. This is exactly about this. I will give you all the tools so you change your perspective, you change. You won't be disabled anymore. You will be able to get a job by yourself without any third person in between. See, when you go to other country to oversee, this person in between, it's very easy to be a fake person. They just want to get your money. I've been in this business, job search business, for quite a few years, at least 10 years. We, as a company, were searching jobs for other people. We had a few work for people. And I have to tell you, it's not easy work, not easy. Even if we help you with all this paperwork, it's not easy. You have to be bright. It's you who has to be bright, because you wouldn't pass the interview. If you're not prepared for this, you wouldn't pass an interview. Okay? So now it's my purpose to give you all the tools so you can do it by yourself, not relying on anyone. Yes, we can give you reference. Yes, we can help you to polish your CV a bit better. Yes, we can help you whichever way we can. We will help you how to use artificial intelligence, how to use other available tools. But you should use it. You should make efforts and use all these tools to be successful in life. It is your life. If you really want to move to other country, you have to grow a little bit. That little bit, not very much, not very high. You don't have to jump very high, a little bit. But when you've done this little step, employer will see how good you are. And you will hear some invitation for the interview. Just imagine how proud you will be for yourself. I am very proud of my students who are getting job interviews. And I see when they come in, I'm very proud of them, especially that they used all the tools of our trade. We gave them, and they use them, and they're here because of them, because they've done it. Okay, this is all I prepared for you today. I still take applicants. I still have a few places in my group. We start training on Tuesday, and we're still taking a few people. So if you are keen to join me for this training will be for 12 hours. 12 hours, 1 hour a week. We work 1 hour a week. It is before your work starts. If you are in Singapore, Philippines, or I think India as well, in the same time zone, it is about 6 a.m. in your time zone. So we work for 1 hour, and you will have homework, and you will have samples of all the documents And then when you've done your own, we will review it and help you to polish it and make it better. Then we will show you a little bit about New Zealand, how New Zealand labor force is different. We will show you how you can present and show what you do every day so that we here believe you, because you work in another country. Difficult to test your hand school. It's difficult. So you can show it one way or another. And that's what we do during this 12 hours together. After these hours, after this time together, I will be checking your CVs. I will be checking your reference letters and other documents you prepare. But at the end of these 12 hours, you will be that much better in your presentation. You will learn how to talk to employers, how to go through live WhatsApp or whatever video interview. Because there are tricks in every trade, in every little things. You need to know the tricks and do it better. Okay?